also to put this on the table, that everyone who is working in the electoral space should be knowledgeable about the electoral processes. It is when we don't have that knowledge about the electoral processes that we run away with, what is out there without looking at really what has passed on the ground. And in the same vein, at times we bring our emotions and our political leanings into the kind of conversations that we're having. I'm not a card-carrying member of any political party. I don't think anybody can say that I'm a card-carrying member of any political party. But there are some people who are card-carrying members of political parties, and because it didn't go well in some areas, it went well. In other areas they rejoice because it went their way. In other areas they don't rejoice because it didn't go their way. The political process is for us to strengthen our democracy. And the reason for this is because the next off-season election that is coming, Kogi, Bayelsa and Imo, there's some lessons we have learned from the 2023 general elections that we need to highlight to help strengthen the forthcoming elections that we are having. And I think also that all of these conversations that we're having, as we're putting the torchlight on the electoral empire, we should look at the political class. We need to extract the commitment from the political class that they are ready to help our electoral processes. Because as far as the political class continue to carry on business as usual, we will see put everything in place, give the assurance that everything is going to work, but when it comes on election day, we see those issues that we don't have a handle on, issues around political class, and then talking about, I think there was somebody that raised internal corruption within the system, talking about the inducement of staff, INEC staff, or the electoral umpire, people on the field, talking about insecurity on the field. These are things we need to provide solutions about so that we can further strengthen our electoral process. Somebody was going to ask a question from there. About the electoral processes, the electoral act, what is the role of a party agent. Now let me give you a very practical example. During the elections, I was on one of the news channels, doing the analysis, and as I mentioned it, we have 176,000 polling units. Now if you are running for a presidential election, you're supposed to have at least 176,000 party agents. So that on the field, after election, your party agent is supposed to get the result from the field. The same thing, depending on the constituency that you are running. If you're a councillor, you want to run elections, you should know the number of polling units within your constituency so that you can have party agents who are helping you to monitor that. So when you have those 176,000 party agents, they're supposed to have 176 result sheets with them. So you don't have that on the field, and you have...
The question you are going to ask is, how many reports of dereliction, official reports of dereliction of duty by INEC officials from political parties who are themselves, who contested this election, do we have? And that is an assignment for colleagues in the media to find out, so that we don't make this general just because somebody fails. Is there a report of dereliction of duty by these officials? That's number one. Number two is the fact that, Georgina, if you write exams and this exam you wrote is marked right where you are, when you already have that result, what do I mean by that? This I read that all of us keep harping on. The political parties, by the law, must have copy of that result before it is uploaded anywhere. I'm not concocting this. Form EC8A is the result sheet in the polling unit, and it is entered manually. When that result is entered, a copy is given to a party agent, another one is given to security, the police. When that is done, you then upload to the INEC. Those humongous figures that we are talking about in elections were there. As we started working on the voter register, and securing the registry, the numbers started going down. Communities invest in voter registration because they are told that the amenities that come to their community has something to do with their voting strength. So everybody, communities contribute money during voter registration to inflate their register. So you have to then invest in a process. That is why we now have smart card reader. When we saw that the smart card reader was not effectively delivering optimally on voter identification theft, we went to BVAS. Now the BVAS now started capturing your face apart from fingerprints. That is why the numbers dropped in 2020.